My cheating wife took half of my business, only to find herself in mountains of debt. I built my software consulting firm entirely from the ground up right after college. I poured every single ounce of my energy into growing the client list. My wife Jessica always complained that I worked too much. She said I was neglecting our marriage because I spent my weekends writing code and pitching to new investors. I thought I was securing our financial future. I found out she was securing a different kind of future. I came home early from a tech conference in Chicago and found her in our master bedroom with her personal trainer. The divorce was incredibly bitter. Jessica hired an absolutely ruthless attorney. Since we lived in a community property state, she was legally entitled to half of everything I built during our marriage. She had absolutely no tech background and zero interest in actually working, but she demanded exactly 50% of my company. She wanted the monthly profit distributions to fund her expensive lifestyle with her new boyfriend. The judge forced a mediation. Instead of liquidating the entire company and ruining my life, I offered her a very specific deal. My firm had two distinct divisions. One side handled all the proprietary software development, and the other side was a hardware leasing subsidiary. The hardware division looked incredibly profitable on paper. It brought in massive monthly revenue and held millions of dollars in physical server equipment. Jessica and her lawyer saw the gross revenue numbers and immediately demanded full ownership of the hardware subsidiary in exchange for leaving my software division alone. I signed the paperwork with a completely straight face. They popped a bottle of champagne in the conference room right after the ink dried. Jessica thought she just secured a lifetime of passive income. She had absolutely no idea how corporate finance actually worked. She only looked at the gross revenue column on the balance sheet. She completely ignored the massive liabilities attached to that specific division. The server hardware was completely outdated and was actively leased on a terrible variable interest rate loan. The profit margins were razor thin because the maintenance costs were astronomical. I was actually planning to declare bankruptcy on that specific subsidiary right before I caught her cheating. She took on millions of dollars in corporate debt thinking it was an absolute goldmine. The reality hit her exactly 1 month later. The massive commercial lease for the server warehouse was due. She had no technical staff to maintain the equipment because they all officially stayed with my software division. Her new clients started experiencing massive network outages and immediately canceled their contracts. The hardware loan payments completely drained her personal bank accounts in less than 60 days. Because she signed the separation agreement claiming full executive ownership, she was personally liable for the corporate debt. I am currently sitting in my new downtown office watching my software firm triple in valuation. I have complete creative control and absolutely zero corporate debt. Jessica is currently facing multiple lawsuits from her angry creditors and had to sell her luxury vehicle just to make her minimum credit card payments. She tried to take my entire livelihood out of pure greed, but she ended up voluntarily taking out my trash instead. Subscribe for more daily videos.